Hi, Margaret.
Hi, Mr. Walker. I'm here on Firefox today instead of Safari.
See,
Hopefully.
look at that. That's so good of you. And I'm back on Chrome Safari or Chrome because I don't think that through well. I hope I don't have any problems today.
Yeah, no, I think you'll probably be fine. You might be running like an older version of Chrome. I think mine, this drives me crazy because it's a problem I have with Skype too. That at a certain point they
Yeah.
update the software so that it automatically updates, and they don't even ask you before they do the updates. So if I close Chrome one day and I open it up, it's like, we've updated you to the next one. I'm like, did you think you would ask before you change it? You ever think that maybe
How do
my
you-
life revolves around a certain version?
That's funny. I
They
mean,
think
yeah,
they think they're doing us a favor.
yeah.
I say this because I hope the NSA is listening.
Oh yeah,
I
oh
whenever
yeah.
when I talk to my friends on Skype, I'm like, I really wish iTunes would stop giving me this error. Hey, Jessica from the NSA, maybe you could pass that on to Apple since they don't care and they don't answer their phones when I call them. It's like, you guys suck.
That's hilarious.
Oh well.
Hmm.
What are we doing today? I've not checked the schedule. I woke up this
Um,
morning and I was like, there could be a lot of homework due. I have no idea.
No, you're okay. So we're gonna talk about elements, and in theory, I'm gonna play a game where I ask
All
questions,
right,
and you
the,
guys,
the questions, the
yeah.
Jeopardy.
So you're fine. You're zirconium.
What is zirconium? That will be the answer to everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Zirconium is so weird.
I know.
So is there any final, I guess there's no final exam for this class or anything?
I had a final last year, and I think I'm gonna. Well, I know I've decided I'm not doing one this year, so I'm hoping that's okay with people.
I don't think they're gonna object.
I think they're gonna be
Unless they think
mad
you're
as
gonna.
hell.
Yeah.
Mad as hell.
Well, if it holds a lot of weight, then I guess it might
Right.
save a couple of people if they need it, but I'm okay with not having one. I have quite a May coming ahead of me. It's gonna
Yeah.
be really
So,
awful.
Margaret, again, this is recorded, so if you don't want to answer or email me an
Yeah, don't
answer is
worry
better.
about it.
All right, I'm going to ask you if you're taking any AP classes. So, like,
I
there may be
am.
someone. All right, are we taking any APs in May?
Yeah, I'm taking, well, actually, I'm kind of debating. So I took the AP biology exam in the ninth grade,
Okay.
and I got like a 4 on it, and my mom's like, I know you can get a 5 on it. Because it was like my favorite class. It was really good. And I don't know, I guess I just didn't like prepare for
Okay.
the kind of questions or something. So she's like, well, do you want to try and retake it? And I'm like, it's been 2 years since I've taken the class. So am I really going to do any better now that's not fresh in my mind? I don't know. So the AP bio exam is kind of like a maybe. And then I'm taking the AP Calculus BC exam, and that I actually didn't even have a class for. Like, I've been doing self-studying with a tutor, but it's a very good tutor, so been going pretty well. And then ELC, so that's an English, AP ELC is an English exam.
Which is that, the lit or the language?
Language.
Okay.
And then
Hi, Sambit.
computer science. Yeah, I have some bit. AP Computer Science, which is also, I've been taking the Amplify MOOC, so that's also basically self-studying. Is that 4 yet? It's bio,
Bio, BC, English Lang, and computer science. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4. I think that's the maximum, but I think for sure at least 3 of those. So, yep.
Gotcha. Sambit, welcome to class. How are you doing?
Hi. Let's see. This May, Calc BC, Spanish language, and Physics C combo.
All right, hold on.
Physics.
Say, what APs what are you taking? Say again, Sambit.
I'm taking both Physics C exams, Calculus BC, and Spanish language and culture.
Got it.
How was taking BC at the same time as your physics class? Was that fun?
Yeah, it's fine because well, okay, part of it is that math comes naturally to me, so the course is inherently easier for me. In addition, since Physics C is in part calculus based, having taken AB made the mathematics portion of
So you
Physics
took
C much easier.
AB in advance.
Yeah.
You took AB, okay, yeah. Because there are people at my school who take BC calculus after having no calculus experience at the same time as their physics class. They will take the AP physics with calculus, BC, with no previous calculus experience in the same year. I'm like, there is no way you're doing well in both of those classes. It's insanity. So I'm glad you got the calculus down first.
My math teacher's reasoning is with AB, and remember that the BC exam is also in part AB. So why? I mean,
right,
it's like,
exactly, yeah.
So have the AB background so that when you hit BC, you can cover the new topics in more detail at a pace that's suitable for everyone.
Right.
Because
yeah.
If you're going to do BC without AB, you're just like rushing through everything. It's like, what?
Yeah. It didn't feel like too bad of a rush. Like, I didn't do any calculus before I did BC, and it felt pretty doable. But that was because my pre-calc.
Did you get a 5 on that exam?
What?
Did you get a 5 on the BC exam?
I haven't taken it. I haven't taken it yet, but
Oh,
I have
okay.
taken a lot of practice ones, and I'm pretty confident that I will. We'll see.
All right.
Margaret, where do you take your APs? What location? Do you go to a local high school?
Yeah, we go to one in Greenville, which is about 45 minutes away from here, so we have to go and register and make a lot of phone calls and nag people because it's usually a pretty painful process trying to get in there.
So you take one on Thursday, May 7th, is the computer science. Do you think you'll make it back in time for class at 2:15?
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't thought about that.
Okay.
My guess is it's going to be tight because, yeah.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah, I do. I could probably come in on Blue Jeans through my phone on the car ride home if it's that close. I can also just bring my computer with me and do the mobile hotspot thing, which is what I prefer to do.
Okay. So looks like Maya's here. Hey, Maya.
Hi, try to fix this. Is it glitching? Why is nothing happening? Oh, there we go.
Hey, Maya, are you taking any AP exams? I'm trying to get a sense of what people's schedules are looking like.
Yeah, but I think mine are only in the morning.
Which ones are you taking? If you don't mind sharing, if you do, don't.
English,
don't.
language, and composition.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. Okay. That's great. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
The good news is that's the second week, and our class ends the first week of AP,
Yeah,
so you
actually,
should be
that's true. I
okay.
was looking at that.
Be in good shape.
Also, it's like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
For me.
What?
It's like we got some Texas folks coming on soon. Hey, Texas, how we doing down there? Before we get started, I'm doing a quick survey to see who's taking what APs, just so I can think through your calendar and stuff. I know, is Casey in there? I can't.
She's got to take a couple quizzes for another class. She'll be here like a couple
She's
minutes.
coming late.
Sure.
Okay. How about you, Chad? Are you taking any APs? Do you mind sharing?
Psychology, BC calculus, physics, and biology. So whenever I miss those, I don't know if those will interfere, but they might.
Bio. Yeah. Let me pull out the schedule here so I can see what's good to go. I think you're okay. I don't know when psych is though. Do you know? You don't know when psych is?
Well, that's Monday. That one's definitely going to interfere.
Oh, it's Monday is in like the 4th? Is it in the afternoon?
Yeah. Yes.
It's in.
Yes.
Oh
it's
wow.
in afternoon.
Oh, so you'll miss because
Casey Hammond is
doing
also
chem?
in psychology. Yeah, she's
Casey's
in
in-
psychology.
oh
Psych.
wow.
Psychology.
She's in psych, chemistry, and maybe AB calculus.
I don't know what she's in.
I don't know her schedule that well.
Okay. Willie, are you doing any APs?
I am. I'm in AP physics, C, the calculus one. I think that's what we're on.
Yeah, we're on.
In BC calculus, in AP chem, and in AP lang.
So will your chem interfere with this class? I don't. It starts at 8 in the morning this Eastern time, and then what time does it start in Texas time? I guess 8 in the morning Texas time. The
I guess they'll start at 9. Well, we should. I think we get out about 12 here, so.
Okay.
So
you'll
it
be
may not
fine.
interfere.
Oh, but that's 12 Texas time. Are you guys 1 hour or 2 hours off from me? 2?
Where's one?
Oh, 1. Okay. So
I think we'll be there, but we probably won't be with it upstairs.
your brain will be
Yeah.
dead. Yeah.
We'll be dead for sure.
Gotcha. I'm looking at the others. Joel, you taking any AP classes or tests?
Yeah, I'm in all the same as William.
Okay.
So,
So chem, psych,
Kim is Kim.
no, chem, physics, and BC.
And AP Lang as well.
Which lang? Oh, English lang.
English
English
Lang.
Lang.
Yes.
Actually, like all the 4th kids are in that. It's mandatory for us.
That's on Wednesday.
All which kids?
All the 4th kids are in that.
Oh, wow. Okay. English language is, all right, that's not till the second week. Our class is over by then, luckily for you guys. I mean, sadly for you guys. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
Hi, Casey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Casey, I'm talking to people about what APs they're taking and trying to figure out interference with class. You doing psychology next Monday?
I'm doing chemistry and psychology, so yeah, I'll be gone that day.
All right, that's all in one day. And then, are you doing any other APs?
I am doing, yes, I am. But they're all after.
Okay, after, all right.
Yeah, but Thursday the 7th is, no, just kidding. This Thursday is our sports tournament, and I'm the student athletic trainer, so I might miss class, but I'm going to try to make it if I can.
Tell me what
but I
that is
might-
again. What is it? Some kind
SBC,
of-
like it's like the sports competition.
It's the sports, tournament for schools in Texas and Oklahoma.
What do you play this season?
I'm a student athletic trainer, so I
Okay.
work.
I
pretty
see.
much.
Well,
Yes.
you'll let me know as soon as you can.
I will. I figure out the schedule today, I think.
Okay. Hey, Robin.
Hello, Mr. Walker.
How's it going?
Great, thank you.
Robin, I'm asking kids if they're taking certain APs just in terms of if they have to miss. Are you doing any AP exams over there? Which ones are you taking? Do you mind if I ask?
I will take AP Calc, but I'm not going to miss any class because of that.
Okay. All right, great. That sounds awesome. Just checking on that. All right, so Chad and Casey, I miss a week from today because of AP testing, right? Got that
Yes.
straight? All right. Let's see. Who do we got logging in here?
Don't know if you checked the bulletin, but no tennis match today.
Are you taking any AP exams?
Yes, sir.
What are you
I
doing,
am
BC?
taking the BC Calculus, and the Physics C Mechanics.
Okay. I don't think they interfere with this class.
Let's see. BC Calculus is Tuesday.
Yeah, so you should be.
Physics I think is Monday afternoon.
Second Monday.
It's the second Monday though. Our class is over by then.
What do you mean?
This class ends and this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got 2 weeks. Yeah. Hey, Maurice.
Hi.
Maurice, I'm trying to get a sense of which APs kids are taking and trying to see if they interfere with the class or not, and what you guys have on your plates. Do you mind sharing what APs you're taking?
Yeah, I'll be taking Physics 1 and 2, English, and Bio.
Okay. Is that English Lang or Lit?
I saw the sticker.
It doesn't look like any of those interfere with this class, so that's at least well, actually, none of those do, whether it's English Lit or Lang, so it's okay. And is Chandler there with you today?
No, he's on a college trip.
Don't remember hearing about that, but let's see. All right, sometimes I may have heard about it and I got too many things going on and forgot it. So I bet let's assume I did hear about it and don't know it. So I'll have to figure out what APs he might be doing. Olivia, I think, is going to miss most of class. She may be calling me on my cell phone, so if my phone rings during class, it's most likely Olivia joining in. So I think we have everybody we're going to have today then.
Okay. Max, did you get a nose ring?
No, there are stickers on my face. Today is our, what's it called? Today's our prank day. And,
okay.
So we, what's it called? We, the Murray administration is unbelievably strict about what we can and cannot do. Because Murray doesn't like to have fun, and because maybe like 10 years ago, they didn't actually start the fire, right? There just so happened to be a fire. There was a fire on the night of the senior prank. Whether or not they started it is very unclear.
Let's not get this on film.
But, and so Murray is very strict about what you can and cannot do now. And so basically we just kind of decked the whole high school out in, because in Back to the Future 2, they go to the year 2015. And so we decked the whole school out in whatever the name of the school is in the movie, and like we all just wrapped like classrooms in tinfoil, and we wrapped ourselves in tinfoil because that's like how they dressed. So that was our prank, and that's why I have stickers on my face.
All right, Maurice, tighten the camera up on yourself a little bit. Maya, tighten the camera up on yourself a little bit, and Fort Worth, if you guys drop your camera down just the tiniest little bit, I think that, yeah, perfect, right there is nice. All right, we're going to start what I'm going to call a little game. I'm hoping today will be fun and that you guys will learn some things about other people's elements, and we'll see how well you know your own element. Max, do you know what element you're doing?
No, sir.
Mercury.
Yeah. I did know that.
And you still, I don't think, have shared a Google Doc with me that has any of that work with it.
No, sir.
If anyone else hasn't shared that Google Doc with me,
I do have YouTube videos, though.
Thank you, Max. That will show me your background research and your creative piece that you've written. Can I get you
that's supposed to be in the Google Doc?
Yes, unless you've emailed it to me. Where's yours, Maya?
Word.
All right, so just send me that then. Or did you do that already? Okay, why don't people, let me just see a show of hands. How many people have got their creative piece done and it's either in the Google Doc or sent to me by email? And Maurice, I think you've done yours, Maurice, so your hand should be up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Joel, you're good to go. Chad, are you okay? Yeah, all right, I just couldn't see that. Your screen, you got to just know, is really super small for me. And then, all right, everybody else is good, so Max will get that to me. And then Maya's sending it to me probably right now. Okay, So here's the way we're going to play this game. I'm going to ask questions, and you're going to just tell me whether I'm talking about your element or not. And Max can't cheat because I've got my questions over here. So you got to try to avoid any looking over this way. All right. And again, I'm hoping this will be fun for people to figure out what element we're talking about. And if the person doesn't know what element is, you can also chime in and tell me what element you think it is. Here are the elements: hydrogen, oxygen, mercury, gallium, bismuth, lithium, magnesium, zirconium, titanium, chlorine, helium, hydrogen, aluminum. Did I miss any? Did I miss anyone's element? Everybody good? All right, everybody know what element they have? Okay, let's try this out. Here's the first one. Let's see. This is a highly reactive metal, and it's typically stored in mineral oil as a result. Nobody's hand is up because Chandler's absent today. Anyone know what metal that is? Robin.
I guess it's some kind of alkali metal, something like sodium.
Yeah, sodium would be a good answer. Lithium is Chandler's metal. So, yeah, it could be any of those. Right, good answer. All right, so I have to remind myself that Olivia and Chandler are absent. So here's another one. Most abundant metal on Earth. Most abundant metal on Earth. You're going to have to guess this. Willie?
Well, if you consider hydrogen a metal, then would it be that? But I don't know if you want to consider hydrogen a metal.
Yeah, I think we'll consider it a non-metal. So, all right, another guess. Anybody for the most abundant, Margaret?
Aluminum.
Yes, correct. That's Olivia's metal, and Olivia's not here either. She may phone in, and if she does, maybe I can ask her. I don't know how that's going to work because she's not going to be part of most of this. Okay, here's a fairly easy one. This element is found in Pepto-Bismol, which you take for an upset stomach. Maya.
Bismuth.
Right, good job. This is the most abundant element in the universe. Willie.
Hydrogen, 75% of all elements.
Nice. All right, well, this is the second most abundant element in the universe. Oh, Joel.
Helium.
Nice. This element is the letter C in PVC pipe. So PVC pipe, Casey.
It's chlorine.
It is chlorine. Good job. So PVC means polyvinyl chloride, and it's a polymer that has chlorine in it. Good. This poisonous metal has vaporous poison. It's poisonous as a vapor. Its salts are poisonous, and it absorbs through the skin. Max!
Mercury?
Mercury is correct, Max, for 1,000 points. Good job. The existence of this element was predicted by the Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev. Maurice.
Gallium.
Gallium is correct. That was in 1871. He called it ecosilicon, or actually ecoboron, or ecoaluminum, because it's in the same family. All right, good job. Okay, this element can burn or combust even in an atmosphere of nitrogen. Somebit.
Magnesium.
Magnesium. Somebit, tell your classmates where else it can burn in weird places, not just in a nitrogen atmosphere, but what's another weird thing?
In the nitrogen atmosphere, as well as in oxygen, because that's how combustion works, as well as in water, because
in water.
There's oxygen in water.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just going back to this whole thing that oxygen is a key component in combustion reactions.
All right, good job. All right, this element has an extremely high melting point, and I don't expect people to memorize melting points, but it's extremely high, 1,800 degrees, Robin.
It could be titanium. I'm not exactly sure. It has a very high,
titanium.
but also
Good.
carbon.
It is titanium. The pure metal is obtained. So this is the way you would get this pure metal. It would be obtained by heating the metal trichloride, and you do that along with magnesium to get the pure metal. You heat the tetrametal chloride, and I'm not giving the metal away because that would be, but you use magnesium to recover it. Anyone? Margaret?
I think that's zirconium, if I remember correctly.
It is zirconium.
The first way it was. Yeah, the
All right.
first time they figured out how to do it, they used fluorine, but now they use chlorine.
Yeah, good job. All right, we're through our first round. Everybody did very well. I'm going to ask you guys to do something weird. I'm going to ask you guys to try to arrange yourselves, and you can do this however you figure out how to do it, in increasing. I want to figure out the elements with the lowest melting point all the way up to the highest melting point. See if you can figure that out, how to do that now. You can talk to each other. You can yell out things. You can text. You can figure out how you're going to do that. Go.
Lowest.
I'm lowest.
No,
Second lowest.
I probably got third lowest.
Numbers. Where's my numbers page?
Mine's 3,371 Fahrenheit or 1,855 Celsius, so I don't know where that falls.
Oh, doing melting
wait,
point.
wait. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I asked the wrong question. I was supposed to get you guys to do yourselves from lowest to highest density. New question. Forget melting point. Density, go.
Lowest. Yes.
Second lowest.
I'm 0.0028898 grams per centimeters.
Casey, you're definitely third. Yeah. Well, actually, where does oxygen fall?
Oxygen is 1.429 grams per liter.
So you're lower than Casey. You should be.
Yeah, I have a different measurement.
All right. So far, Texas wins on the low weight. It's Willie, Joel, Chad, then Casey. All right. Who's next in line for weight? Yeah, Robin. What do you got?
I guess one consideration for metals is also sort of at room temperature and melting point, because that varies for titanium. So at room
let's
temperature.
assume room temperature.
Okay, cool. So it's 4.5.
Can anybody go under or above that? I know.
Wait, what was it?
He's 4.5.
4.5
You're
grams.
way up there.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say,
6.52, so that's above.
Gallium is at 5.91. So.
I'm
at
9.8.
13.53.
All right. Yeah. So Maya, you're next. And Samvith, where are you falling in this?
I'm 1.738 at room temperature.
All right. So Maya, are you just below that?
I'm 9.8.
Oh my God. Oh, you're way up
I'm
there.
13.53.
All right. All right. Did you guys figure out the order?
I'm
No.
last.
All right. Texas has got positions 1, 2, 3, 4. Who was next?
I think some of it.
Samvith, and then
And then gallium is.
Gallium, and then
Is
Robin. What was your number?
0.5.
Say it again.
4.5.
4.5. All right. Then
I think
Margaret, probably Maya, and Max last. Max, what's your density?
13.53.
Yeah. All right. It's pretty high up there. Okay. Good job. All right. Here we go for a second round of Element Fun. All right. This has to do whether your element is found in the natural state. So I'm going to do this by show of hands. I'm going to have to do this fairly rapidly. Is your element found in the natural state or not, ever? Is it never found in the natural state? And I guess, are those
What do you mean by natural state? Can you clarify?
Right,
Do you
in
mean
other
like
words, you can go out and find it as pure elemental blank. So there are ways to go out into Earth and find pure elemental blank. So it's
strictly on
either
Earth.
that you never find it, or it's almost never found in its native state, or you can go out and find it in its natural state. So let's take the first question. Raise your hand if your element cannot be found in the natural state.
Not really on this Earth.
Okay, maybe in minor quantities, but most of yours is too reactive. Casey, you got chlorine, that's correct. Margaret, you got, I'm trying to remember everybody's metal. Gallium, yeah. Zirconium, all right, yeah. All right, how about that? The people that you can find your element in the natural state. Max doesn't know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. For helium, definitely, and for hydrogen. All right. Okay. Good job. How about this one? This is the most abundant element on Earth by mass. The most abundant element on Earth by mass. Yeah.
Yeah. It's oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Oxygen.
That is correct. Good deal. Okay. This element is named for the Greek god of the sun. Yeah, Joel?
Yeah, the Greek god was Helios, so it's helium.
Nice. How about... All right, this is two people. One, your element clings to itself, not to glass. The other person, your element clings to glass and does not, and wets similar surfaces. So in other words, so person A, your element clings to itself but will not cling to glass. And element B, your element clings to glass. Maurice.
Yeah, so person B.
Yeah, gallium does cling to glass.
That could be person A.
And Max, what do you think? Mercury clings to itself? That is correct, Max. Let's see. Let's try this one. On a commercial scale, you can isolate. Never mind. Let me ask this one. How about this element has some application in aviation, but it also has an issue with flammability. So it's not quite used as much in aviation as some bit.
Magnesium.
Yeah, and Robin, did you have a comment?
Well, I mean, it's like that thing can be so flammable.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant Robin. Robin seemed to have his hand up. Sorry, Sumbit. You're right. Robin, did you have a comment to make?
Basically, yeah, titanium is pretty similar to some extent with magnesium, so it is flammable pyrophorous, which means that it can burn sort of spontaneously to some extent, but it is used in aviation a lot.
Yeah, so my question was, and you've gotten it already, is the Boeing 737 Dreamliner is made up of 15% of this element, and it's titanium because it does have applications in that. All right, this element is a major component of airplanes, Anybody? This is a new question. This element is a major component of airplanes. Joel?
Aluminum?
Yes, but that I was hoping that... Olivia's not here. That's why I keep asking Olivia's questions, and she's not here to answer it. So yes, that is correct. You got Olivia's question correct. This element can be used as a substitute for lead. So one of its applications is Maya.
Bismuth.
Good. All right. Let's see. This element is hard to obtain, the pure element or metal in its pure form, because it regularly appears with a chemically similar element, hafnium. So it's very hard to obtain pure blank because it's found with its buddy. Margaret?
It would be zirconium, and that's why
correct.
you got to isolate it because it gets used in nuclear power, and you can't have hafnium in your nuclear reactor, otherwise bad things happen.
Nice. Yeah. All right. On a commercial scale, never mind. I keep asking that question, and I can't. All right. Let's see. This element has an arsenide that has semiconductor properties, and also it has a nitride that is shown to be sort of one of the next generation compounds for semiconductors. Maurice? Maurice, you got muted, but gallium is correct. We read your lips on that one. Good. All right. Let's try this one. This element's name means water former. This element's name means, Willie.
Hydrogen.
Yeah. All right, good. The most common source of this element is sea salt. Casey.
Yeah, it's chlorine.
Yeah. All right, good. All right, this element is a concern in metallurgy because it can embrittle many metals. And there may be more than one answer for this. There are a couple of elements that do this, but this element is a concern in metallurgy because it can embrittle many metals. All right, Maurice? We can't hear you.
It's likely that a lot of other metals do this, but gallium does have a property of stealing electrons from other metals and making them brittle. So.
All right, good. Yeah. Anybody else? Margaret?
Zirconium is said to be carbide forming, which I think is a way of making the steel harder, but it also is supposed to make it stronger, so I don't know if that really counts.
Yeah, I think in this case it means making it weaker because it goes in and sort of attacks it. Anybody else think that might be their element? Casey?
When chlorine is mixed with a certain amount of water, it's like over 150 parts per million, it starts to corrode the metals and make them weaker.
Okay,
so
good.
if you're going to service metals, you have to use dry chlorine.
Okay. Willie, that was actually you, though. Hydrogen is a concern in metallurgy because it can embrittle many metals. Yeah. Okay, let's try another one. There are a couple elements that do this, and it's fairly rare, so I'm looking for two people to give me a sense that this is happening for their element. Most liquids, when they freeze, they contract. There are two of our elements that actually expand when they contract. Maya?
Yeah, bismuth.
Bismuth is one. Maurice?
Yeah, gallium is the other.
Gallium is the other. Yeah, and I think there are a couple other elements that do it, and clearly water does it, but it's a fairly rare thing to have happen. Good. Nice job. Okay, this element is a metal that has the same strength as steel, but it's 45% lighter. Robin?
It's titanium.
Yeah, titanium. Good. This element is found in fluorescent lamps and also in CFL light bulbs. Yeah, Robin?
Could be chlorine?
Good guess. Max?
Mercury.
Mercury! All right, good. Okay, this element could be said to be Sumvith's friend. The reason why is it's a metal used in LEDs because of its electrical conversion capabilities. So this element, Maurice?
Yeah, that's gallium.
Gallium is used in LEDs. Good job. All right. Let's see if you guys can get this one. This element has salts that have proved to be useful as a mood-stabilizing drug in the treatment of bipolar disorder. Margaret?
Is this lithium?
It is lithium. We're going to call you Chandler for the rest of the class. Good job, Chandler. Okay, we won't actually do that. This is kind of a weird statement, but it was made somewhere in the references, so I'll bring it out there. This is considered by some to be the lightest useful metal. The lightest useful metal. Sumvith?
That would be magnesium.
Magnesium, good. This element is used as an alloying agent in steel, and it increases the hardness and strength of the steel. It is a metal. Margaret?
That's zirconium.
Good. I think there are multiple answers for that, and yours just happens to be one of the metals we're working with today. There are many metals that do that. Good. Okay, this element was first detected as a unique spectral line signature in sunlight during a solar eclipse in 1869, Joel.
That's helium.
There's another element out there that was first detected by a spectroscope. Which element? Willie?
Is that hydrogen too?
I think there's another element that someone has that was actually first detected as whatchamacallit, maybe it's
solar eclipse.
Yeah, it's actually an element that's a metal on Earth that was first found that way. So we may run into that later as we go through. We'll see. I can't keep all these stuff in my head at the same time.
Did you not remember what element it is?
I don't. I vaguely remember.
Would it be lithium?
I don't.
I think it could be.
I feel like it's a more obscure metal than lithium, but we'll see. Okay, here's a good one. This element helps protect the Earth from harmful UV light. Yes, Chad.
Oxygen.
Oxygen in the form of ozone, O3 in the ozone layer. Good. All right. Nice job, everybody. Let's keep playing. This is so much fun. This element has the highest electrical resistance and yet the lowest thermal conductivity except for mercury. So it has a very high electrical resistance but low thermal conductivity. Maya?
Bismuth.
Nice. Okay, this element is a metal that can be recovered by simply heating the ore in air. If you have the ore of this metal, all you have to do is heat it in air. Correct. Mercury, Max. Mercury's fairly low in reactivity, and that's how you get it. This element can be obtained in the byproducts of aluminum and zinc production. This element can be obtained, Maya?
Bismuth?
I don't think so. I think there's a different answer we're looking for.
I'd go on a limb and say magnesium.
Maurice?
See, I believe gallium can.
Yeah, gallium. Yep. This is a metal that's soft enough to be cut with a knife. I'm going to need any answer from anyone in class to help me with that. Maurice?
Yeah, gallium can.
Gallium, all right, and any others? There are more. Yeah, Robin?
I think lithium can as well.
Lithium can, Max? Mercury can definitely be cut.
Water. I guess you cut water.
Right? Samvit?
Sodium, I know, can be cut.
Sodium, good. Any of those metals like that, good. Yep, excellent. All right, let's see. This is a term I'm not that familiar with, but apparently this metal is used as something called a getter, G-E-T-T-E-R, and getters are deposits of elements placed in vacuums to remove gases from the vacuums. Margaret?
Zirconium.
Zirconium, the things we learn about elements, yeah. Okay, this element has 26 known isotopes. That's a lot of isotopes out there. Crazy to be, yeah, Robin?
That ought to be titanium.
That is titanium. Good. All right. Because it's so combustible, this metal is frequently used in pyrotechnics, i.e. like fireworks and things like that. Samvit?
Magnesium.
Magnesium. Good. See if you guys can get this one. It's produced on an industrial scale by electrolysis of the molten ore. And it's, yeah, Willie, do you want to try this one? Yeah.
Well, if you do electrolysis in water, do you get hydrogen gas? Is that what you're talking about?
It is, but yeah, I was talking about a different one, so you're correct for that. This is a metal that's produced on an industrial scale by the electrolysis of the molten ore. Is that a hand up, Casey? Try it.
Is it aluminum?
It is aluminum.
Okay.
Good. That's Olivia's. Good. Yep. So let's see. How about this element is critical to cellular respiration? Chad?
Oxygen.
Nice. Good. This element was used as a poisonous gas in World War II. Casey?
Chlorine.
Yep. Let's see. Got to keep my sheet straight here. I'm getting ready to run into a weird page here. All right, how about, let's see. If this element is alloyed with the element niobium, it becomes superconductive. This is a pretty hard one, so I would understand if someone didn't get this right. Margaret?
Zirconium.
Yep. All right, good. Let's see. How about the metal dust should be treated as a major fire and explosion hazard. So if you have this metal, the metal dust should be treated as a major fire and explosion hazard. Samvith?
Magnesium?
I didn't have that as the answer. That I think that would certainly be true if there were any sparks around. Margaret? You look like you're puzzled there, Margaret.
I'm checking my notes because I vaguely remember running across that, like it was
zirconium.
Wait.
That is zirconium.
Yeah.
Robin? Robin?
Yeah, I think also titanium can sort of, that can happen to titanium if it doesn't have sort of the titanium dioxide coating around it. So that's
Wouldn't doubt
also
it.
perhaps, yeah.
Okay. Okay, most of the element on Earth present today is created by natural radioactive decay of heavy radioactive elements. So most of, yes, Joel.
Yeah, that's helium.
That is helium. Most of the terrestrial helium comes from radioactive decay down in the Earth. Good. Okay, so here's an element that one of you has, and it's actually radioactive, but its most stable half-life is thousands of times longer or older than the estimated life of our planet, so not that big a deal. Maya? Yeah, bismuth. Good. That's kind of a weird one there. So this element is used in cryogenics. It's actually its largest single use. And it takes up about a quarter of the production of this element. If it's used in cryogenics, super cold things. Yeah. Willie?
That's hydrogen.
That is correct, sir. Actually, it was meant for Joel, and it's helium. Sorry, it's actually helium, not hydrogen. My bad.
I've seen a lot about cryogenics recently. It's like gaining a lot of speed in the athletic community.
A lot about hydrogen?
Aren't they both used for cooling, though?
Say again?
Aren't they both used for cooling?
I've never, I'd have to check. I didn't think hydrogen was used that much for cooling because I think we don't. I'd be shocked if it were used for cooling. You can do some double checking for me too. Mostly helium is that, like any other super. When they're trying to reach MRIs. 0 Kelvin and all that stuff, I think that. What'd you say?
Like MRIs use liquid helium.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they used hydrogen, but it doesn't mean I could be wrong. So let's see. How about it's used to disinfect water? This element is used to disinfect water. Actually, there are two correct answers to this. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Just a second, I'm getting a text from Olivia. Our flight just landed in Detroit, and the next plane we're supposed to take home in New York is already boarding, so we may not get Olivia today.
All right.
I'm going to text back. Okay. Thanks, Max. Okay, Casey, go.
Chlorine is used to disinfect water, like drinking water and pool water.
Good, that is correct. Anybody else know there's an obscure one, Willie?
Well, I was gonna say something else, but I think fluoride is used in water, if that's what you're referring to. But never mind. Okay, but so coolant, it says hydrogen is commonly used in power stations as a coolant in generators due to the number of favorable properties that are a direct result of its light diatomic molecules. So it's used as a coolant, but not really in cryogenics.
All right, good. Thank you for correcting me on that. And like I said, you guys are the experts and are going to know more than me on some things. So thank you, Willie. And there's a different element that you wouldn't think of that works in water treatment plants. Yeah.
I have oxygen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chad. Oxygen.
I have oxygen. Ozone is used to disinfect water.
Exactly. That's the other one. I didn't have that as a question, but as I'm thinking about it, that's a good answer. Good job. All right, good. How about this is a very reactive nonmetal, second only in reactivity to fluorine. Willie.
Is that hydrogen?
I don't know. I made this question up, and I don't know. I think there's a different element that's more reactive than hydrogen.
I know it's really, really reactive non-metal, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know the order.
I would say chlorine.
Yeah, he's saying chlorine. I'm thinking oxygen. I think oxygen is probably right next to it, and I'm not sure. That's one I made up, so I didn't, get that from anywhere else. I'll consider that. I'm throwing out some. Okay. How about this one? Once this element is ignited, it will continue to burn even in dry ice. Some bet.
Magnesium.
Magnesium, and we already said the other one. It'll actually continue to burn underwater. I think the point being, you do not want to get magnesium to catch fire because it's going to be really hard to put it out. Okay.
Right.
How about this? This is a little bit of history. The destruction of the Hindenburg airship was an infamous example of the ability of this element to combust.
Yeah.
Is that hydrogen?
That is hydrogen. Yeah, it's a little controversial in that they don't think the hydrogen is the first thing to catch fire, that there was actually some aluminum on the outside that somehow started it, but then the hydrogen inside is explosive, and then that was obviously a problem for that. How about this? This is a really obscure one. We'll be impressed if anyone gets this. This was at one point used as a reference point in the International Temperature Scale in 1990. For some reason, Maurice, it was important to that. Yeah?
Yeah, that's gallium.
That is gallium. Pretty weird fact there. How about... pure X oxygen flame. So if you had your element and it were burning with oxygen, it emits ultraviolet light with a high oxygen. Sorry, I'm not reading this very well. Essentially, when this element burns in oxygen, it essentially gives out UV light, and it's almost invisible to the naked eye. Any guesses as to what element this is when it burns, Willie?
That's me.
Yeah.
It's like on the space shuttle, the flames are like almost invisible.
Yep. Another question is, what's the fuel for the space shuttle? And that is hydrogen, and it's almost invisible there. Yep. All right. Good. Maya, any interesting factoid you'd like to toss out about your element that we haven't said yet? Anything that I'll ask this of everybody, but I'm starting with you, Maya. Anything interesting about your element that you want to throw out at us that your classmates might not know?
Well, I didn't know that the reason it's like stairs is because the outside grows faster than the inside.
And so mention that you're talking about bismuth. Yeah, and so when
I'm
it's
talking about bismuth.
And when its crystals grow, yeah. That was a really cool factoid. Good. So tell us your element and then an interesting fact about it. Go ahead. Who's got one? Not something you're Googling now, but something. All right, Robin, go.
Basically, titanium is 85% in airplanes, so the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird.
Robin, we didn't hear any of that. At least I didn't, because it was stuttered out. So can you say it again really forcefully?
Sure, sorry. So one of the really amazing things about titanium is that it doesn't dissolve in aqua regia.
Cool. That is a neat factoid. Aqua regia is that nitric acid, hydrochloric acid mixture that dissolves most metals. Tell us something cool about your element.
Going back to the metal fires thing, with regards to fire safety, a magnesium-based or any other like alkali or alkaline earth metal-based fire is a Class D type fire, metal fire, and so you cannot extinguish it with a typical home extinguisher, because those only do Class A, B, and C fires. So that has to be kept in mind, and therefore either you use a Class D extinguisher or you put sand over the thing. You never put water over the flames.
Good. Willie, go for it.
After the Big Bang, scientists think that there are only 3 elements that were created, and they think that it's hydrogen, helium, and lithium, and then every other element has been created from like hydrogen and fusion and stuff.
Nice, good. Joel?
So it's really hard to get helium to become a liquid. Its boiling point is 4.2 degrees Kelvin, and then at 2.17 degrees Kelvin, it becomes a superfluid, which is really cool because it can flow against gravity and escape through any pore in a container.
Wow. So did I also read it doesn't have a triple point?
Yes.
Do you remember? Yeah, that's weird. Okay,
they
crazy.
haven't gotten solid helium at all.
Wow, that's really crazy. Who else has got an interesting fact they can throw at us? I'm hoping somebody can toss out one for each element. Casey?
Something cool about chlorine is that when it's mixed with hydrogen, and it doesn't matter, it can be from 4% hydrogen to 94% hydrogen, it's so reactive that it can be, the explosive reaction can be set off from the flash of a camera.
Oh,
So
wow,
that was-
yeah. Yeah, any UV light, flash of a camera like that, good. Margaret?
So zirconium has some really cool applications, like it's actually used in the optical fibers in optogenetics, which is like a really cool field of research. And there was one other thing. There's one other application. It's used a lot in nuclear power plants, lining the insides of the those things that hold the pellets. I should know what that thing is called right now, but it's escaping me.
Yeah, I had a question about that, and somehow it fell through the cracks here. So I've got it written down here somewhere to ask you, but yeah, it doesn't absorb neutrons or something like that?
Exactly. It doesn't interact with neutrons. It doesn't become radioactive.
Good. Who else had a hand up for us? Chad, did you tell us an interesting factoid?
No, but I have a few.
Go for it.
Water is around 80 to 90% oxygen by mass. That means our ocean is about 80% oxygen by mass. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. Cool. That's why, it's the number one element on Earth, or it's one of the reasons. And there's a lot of it in rocks and other things. Good.
A majority of the oxygen in the crust is in silicon dioxide, so that's where the majority of the mass is.
Nice. All right, Maurice, tell us something cool.
So gallium is a metal that's really easy to be super cooled. So I told you we have some gallium here at school. We threw it in the freezer and it was still liquid for a couple hours. So
I've done the same thing, and anybody that can get their hands on some of that stuff, it's really fun to play with, but it's also kind of frustrating to think, trying to get it to re-solidify once you've melted it is really hard, and you're experiencing that when you're working with it. I've done the same thing, trying to make one of those spoons for Disappearing Spoon to do it. It's actually really hard, and apparently once you get it cool enough, you can seed it. Do you guys know what seeding is, where you drop in a little bit of whatever it is? You could drop in some pure gallium to help it solidify out. All right, who else has got a factoid about their element to share with the class? Robin?
So one pretty cool application of titanium, specifically titanium dioxide, is practically all white walls. So it has this pigment, and it therefore is used really a ton in lots and lots of walls around the world.
Cool. Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, without Chandler and Olivia here, we missed out on some good questions about aluminum and about lithium. Oh, here was a cool one. See if you guys can see if the person can figure out what this is. If this element is used to make an alloy, if it's mixed with indium and tin, it actually drops its melting point, and it stays a liquid until negative 19 degrees Celsius. So it's pretty unique. So it's an alloy of three things: your element, indium, and tin. And if they're mixed together, it actually will stay. It'll stay a liquid until you get down to negative 19 degrees Celsius. Anybody know who that is? That happens to be you, Maurice, with gallium, but that's okay. That was a pretty obscure one, but I found a reference where you could make gallium. It's pretty unique already, but if you mix it with the right things, you can even drop its its freezing point a lot lower. I think that one's so obscure I wouldn't worry about that too much. All right, let's switch gears a bit. Anybody else have anything else to share about their element or anything else? Here's the deal. One of the things I was thinking about doing in this class was reading aloud any of your creative works. And I see Joel going, oh, hell no. I didn't get those in time to preview enough to know whether, I don't know if anyone either wants to read theirs aloud. I think two to three students got it to me in time so I could preview it, and otherwise I've been pretty busy today doing other things. So some of you are getting it to me on the late side. So you could either let me know if you have me an interest in reading it or not. I want to spend a little time talking about our next three classes and finishing up, though. So I think we'd be wise to take a little bit of time to talk about the demonstration projects that you guys are working through. And just a little bit of talk about that. So we have three classes after today, just three classes. So we've got the Thursday of this week, and then Monday and Tuesday of next week. Monday and Thursday of next week. So we're running out of time fast. Ideally, you'd finish up your project, your demonstration by this Thursday. Now, you've got to figure out whether you can pull that off or not. And I think the absolute deadline will have to be this Sunday so that you can share them with me Sunday. And if you don't have it done by Sunday, we're going to have to think about it being late. And if you've got an AP coming up, I can be totally understanding. But if I don't put a commitment or a deadline in there, it won't happen. So people that are really super busy with APs, I'm going to understand that, and we'll have to figure out how to do that. And if we absolutely have to, we can be negotiable and beyond. But I'd love to see if we can finish this up. I don't think this will take a lot of time once you figure out what you want to do, once you get approval for it, and once you actually do it. The filming, that kind of thing. I really think we're talking about something. A final product could be 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be super long. So you just have to kind of do it. You do want this to be a bit of a teaching thing. So it should have some voiceover. It should, it's fine to have some music in there, but it should teach the subject. Willie's got a question. Go for it.
If video editing software is one of my really big weaknesses, if the chemical reaction we do isn't that explosive or anything, do you think we can actually do it like a live presentation of it?
I think maybe. What are you thinking about doing? Yeah, I don't have an issue with that if it's safe. Do you know what you're doing or?
No, not yet. Nothing really specific, but I just thought it'd be really easy just to do it right here instead of having to film it and edit it all and stuff.
Yeah, I think you could. The trick with a lot of chemistry stuff is that some of the stuff is hard to do. I can think of a few things you might do, and we can chat. So I think I really highly would encourage anyone to reach out to me and go, hey, Mr. Walker, this is what I'm thinking about, or I'm really having trouble coming up with ideas, or whatever it is, and so we can work this out. And people can call me, we can do email, we can get together through Blue Jeans and have a conversation so we can see each other. We can demonstrate things. I can even do things on this end with the computer screen so you can see what's going on if you need a hand with anything. So there are lots of ways we can make this work. How many people feel like they've got a pretty good, decent idea of what they want to do? Somvith, Margaret. So I got 2, Robin. Maya, you got some ideas? You've emailed me some stuff. Maurice, you're struggling with something? Or are you still stuck?
No, not really.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How are we doing in Texas? How are people doing with thinking about things? If you guys talk, your screen will go bigger and I can see you better.
Good.
I'm not too sure yet, really, what I want to do.
Casey, tell me about that one. That's cool.
Joel.
Are we?
Go ahead, Casey.
Are we telling you about what experiments we want to do?
I think that'd be good. Yes, it'd be good.
Okay.
Do you know now, or do you need more time?
I think I know now. I actually have some footage from an experiment I did earlier this year, where we held methane bubbles and lit them on fire in our hands, and we didn't get burnt, so it was really neat. And so I was thinking about turning that into a video for this. Would that be acceptable?
What I'd prefer is that you figured out a way to do it, in other words, that was for a different class. Somehow you do it special for this class. That would be my preference. But I think it's a fine demo. It's a good demo.
Okay, I can.
Yep. Anybody else with questions or concerns? So Joel, maybe email me and we can do a brainstorming session. We can talk about what you're interested in and what you're thinking about. Right. I'm hoping that some of these YouTube videos would inspire people too. So consider that, and we can also just do a little brainstorming right here in class. Max, do you have any thoughts about what you're thinking about?
Not really.
Okay. Do people, again, this is a little different from Margaret and for Robin, do people have access to most of you have access to a chem lab and, teacher that might be able to help and that kind of stuff? Robin, are you feeling okay with coming up with some ideas?
Yeah, basically, there's one sort of minor concern that I have is sort of that we're abroad right now, so I don't have sort of the access to chemicals like in Switzerland, and that sort of I use more kitchen materials if sort of I know a specific reaction with vinegar and baking soda. I was thinking about that, not the volcano reaction, of course, but sort of how the crystals can grow in using the byproducts of that reaction.
Okay, that sounds like fun. So, when do you get back from traveling?
Thursday, I think. Not until Thursday.
Okay, so if we need to, that's certainly an extenuating circumstance, and you haven't had too many extenuating circumstances so far, so we can figure something out. Okay, don't stress too much. All right, and be in contact with me by email, and we'll be okay. Anybody else? Samvit, are you coming along with your thought? Are you still thinking about maybe some magnesium somehow? And
there will be combustion.
Nice. All right, good. Do you need any? You got a teacher that can work with you and safety and all that good stuff. All right, good. That's my only real concern. Yeah. Maya, you've sent me an idea. Is that going to work out? You think what you were thinking in terms of the?
Yeah, I have to meet with my physics teacher tomorrow to talk about it because he's the safety officer. So I need his permission to do anything, but he's also a chem teacher, so he might be just dealing with me.
Okay, good. Let me know if I can help with any of that. Maurice, thanks. Yep.
Yeah, so I think Chandler talked to you about this earlier, but I think we might collaborate on doing a project together.
I think that's a good idea. And you guys would sort of be doing two things together.
Exactly, yeah.
I think that's wonderful and fine. Yep. Excellent. And anyone at Dallas-Fort Worth, if you guys want to pan off that, I think the idea there is you'd be basically doing two things, but if you like working with someone, that could work out. And Willie, that might be a good way to help with that video stuff. One of you could be more of a video expert or editing expert, and the other could be more of a, scene setter or whatever else. So that might be another thing. And Willie, I think I would highly encourage you figuring out a way to get some help at that end and do some of the video editing. And again, it doesn't have to be polished video editing, but and most of the filming can actually happen from a cell phone these days. So give it a shot, think it through. Anybody else with any other concerns or questions? All right, that's what you guys have to work on between now and Thursday, so I'm hoping you can, spend some time on that. How about you send me an email with what you're thinking your project's going to be, so you can sort of nail that down with me, and we can make sure you're feeling good about it, and I can offer advice if not. Good job with the elements thing today. Get me those creative assignments if you haven't done so, and I'll be looking for them and giving you feedback as soon as I can on that. All right, we got 3 more classes to go. Looking forward to all of them and looking forward to the projects, and I hope you guys, I know some of you are going to be very busy going into APs next week, so I totally understand that, and let me know if you're under a lot of stress or need me to, if you want to chat, we can figure that out. All right, gang, we're doing something unusual. We're leaving 5 minutes early. We never do this. 3:10. We're out. Yeah, we gotta go play tennis. Max and I have got a tennis match. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.
Hey, Willie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Walker.
Somebody yelled out, "Hey, Willie."
What's up?
Yeah, how was your weekend? Did you wait, why weren't you able to go again?
I was an escort in a debutante ball this weekend.
Awesome, yeah.
Oh,
but
Maurice.
How was that weekend?
It was good, yeah. Me and Olivia met, so.
Yeah, no, I saw that Facebook photo. I'm jealous. I wish I was there.
Yeah, we missed you.
Have you enrolled
Hey,
yet?
Maurice.
Are you going?
Maurice, I understand you won some money and you owe me some of that.
Did I win yeah.
I should have brought that up in class.
What happened?
Oh, I must have missed it.
Hey, tell us what you did, Maurice. You won money at a casino night or something, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't actually win any money, but
Okay.
it was all fake.
All right, so you don't actually owe me any cut of that then, I guess.
Yeah, well, I owe you a cut of the fake money, but.
All right, there you go. I'll take it.
Hey, wait, Maurice.
Yeah.
Maurice, are you going for sure?
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't officially committed, but I will in the next couple days. So.
Okay. I think Olivia officially did. I did like the day I got in. So.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, sure.
Take care, gang. See you some bit.
Bye, Mr. Walker. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, you too.
Bye.